Michael, talk us through the end of that fight, because it looked very bizarre from cage side, it looked very bizarre from TV. Talk us through it from your perspective. What exchange went on between you and Rickles at the end there?
When there's not much of an exchange, when you know that if you continue with this fight, it's only going to get worse from there, you wave the white flag, and that's exactly what he did. And my energy back towards him was just kind of just the energy of the whole crowd, everything. Nothing personal. Obviously, he was talking a lot beforehand, and he just kind of came out in that moment as a reply, and was being a bit rude. But yeah, just kind of came out.
Dying to know what you said. It looked like
I was like, "You're effed. You know you effed up. You know you effed up." I was just shouting at him, and yeah, a bit rude. But yeah, he did F up.
How frustrating was it that you weren't able to go on in that fight and maybe claim another spectacular finish, because it looked like it might have been on the way?
You know what? I don't get paid for overtime, man. So if he wanted to quit, that's his business. Like, I'm coming back to the cage. I'll do it another time. You know what I mean? Hopefully, I think most people enjoyed the show anyway. So I'm good. I'm happy.
When you say most people enjoyed the show, Michael, it seems an escalation in the level of love for you out there tonight. Are you feeling that? What about kind of asking Bellator to take you maybe to the O2 Arena next with 20,000 people and start to build this thing bigger? This was a historic event tonight. How about building this bigger now?
100%, and I've always believed this for a long time now, that I am the face. Everyone's talking about belts and this and that. I could not give a damn about who's wearing what belt. No one fights like I do. There's nobody in the world that can fight and put on a display that I put on. And with or without the belt, I'm the face of this company. And that's it. And I'm looking to elevate. Wherever I am, I'm going to be elevating, bringing more and more eyes, more and more faces, just from everybody. I think people get to truly enjoy what they watch when I'm fighting, and it's been from day one since I stepped in the cage, going back to their mums, their aunties, and this and that. People that have no clue about fighting, and then they watch it and they're like, "Oh, that's amazing! Look what he does." They like the multiple aspects that I bring to the cage. So yeah, I'm going to be bringing eyes.
Michael, curious. Was David complaining of an eye poke? As if we can decipher really what he's complaining about?
Not at all. Second I hit him, clean, his eye just exploded open. And you'll probably hear about the amount of stitches that he's going to have. And like I said, he immediately knew it was only going to get worse from there. And he just like, I'm out, there's no point. He was waving himself out.
And were you surprised that he waved himself out? Because
hell no, you get in the cage with me. You'll wave yourself off too.
I need to shed a few times. But I remember you said, you said that you were expecting a grueling fight and that you didn't foresee yourself finishing off necessarily.
No. What I was saying is, I know I'll get a finish, but because he's such a tough person, I knew I can knock him down, he'll get back up. Knock him down, he'll get back up. I 100% wouldn't have expected him to wave himself off. But I knew because of his pressure style, he's going to run into something big. Once I have his timing, and even when I dropped him the first time, I knew I didn't need to crowd him and jump all over him. I let him get back up. And the reason I let him get back up is because by that point, I already had his timing. We could have gone another 12 rounds. He never laid a hand on me. He couldn't even get a leg kick in. Like, I had his timing. And I said this, I can't remember who I was speaking to, and I was, and some of you, one of your reporters in here, and I said, sometimes I get people's timing in like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, and sometimes it takes me a whole round or 2 rounds before I actually get somebody's timing. And yeah, that's what it is. And,
you know what, there was points during the fight where you spoke about timing. He actually was closing off the cage quite well. But no matter how close he was to you, he couldn't pull the trigger. Now, do you think that was part of how you mentally broke him down? The fact that no matter how close he was, where under normal circumstances, maybe against other fighters, he could have done some damage, he was not able to do so against you?
Yeah, I think what it was is he came in with a game plan to do exactly that. You know, had a bit of a zigzaggy movement to try and pin me down. But I work well going backwards, I work well going forwards. It wouldn't have changed anything. And I think, as you say, once he realised that he's still not able to lay hands on me, and then those kind of shots came in, he just wanted out.
When you feels as though that's one of the best shows you've ever put on, how does that kind of atmosphere rank amongst your best moments inside the cage?
It's like, you know, I have to say it's absolutely amazing, but I think anything immediately afterwards is going to be like amazing. But today was definitely spectacular. Just the crowd, and I've said it before, and I did have a feeling that they were going to give me that more energy, but they were so responsive, like so responsive. You know what I mean? It was, and that seriously, that energy, like even now, like I'm getting shivers, and that kind of energy I really soaked that up. I've been in fights before where, you know, I can feel my legs getting a little bit tired and stuff. Today I felt like I could just go forever, and I have to dedicate a lot of that to the crowd that actually just pushing their energy my way. It was amazing.
You've spoken before about the kind of level of support that you get, especially kind of from mainstream figures, if you like. Obviously you had a conversation with 50 Cent prior to the fight. Have you spoken to him, and if so, what was said?
Yeah, no, I've spoken to him. It's just general chit chat. You know, we're very new to each other, so it's just general chit chat. It's a bit hard to kind of get any real conversation going in these kind of moments, but it's that first you know, interaction that kind of helps build onto more stuff. He said he wants me to come to some of his concerts and stuff, and a couple of his events, and so, you know, we can, you know, build a relationship from there, and having someone like that on side. And like someone said last time, having Lennox Lewis in your corner, and you know, even me, so one of the most exciting videos from the Cyborg fight was actually watching the, you know, the reaction after that fight. So it's weird, people like, I probably watched that more times than I've rewatched my fight, and it's just amazing to see like Lennox jumping up and down, like, you know, his excitement, and then T.O. Ortiz there clapping, like just going down the line and just seeing all these faces that are showing their appreciation. And now this time around, like, man, I had an Avenger in there. That's crazy. So it's getting bigger and bigger, and I'm just soaking it all up.
Michael, in the last few days, you know, it came to light that you had a connection to Helen Ramsey, and you know, paid tribute to her in the post-fight interview. How much was that situation kind of playing on your mind at all in the build-up to this particular fight? It's
a situation where I can't let it, because if I did, I would have let her down. You know what I mean? It's something like that can weigh heavy on your chest. It can weigh heavy on that kind of stuff. Will soak your energy up. So yeah, I had to put that to one side and handle my business. And once it's finished, I can say, look, that was for you. But I can't. If I'm holding on to that, that wouldn't have been the performance that I had in the cage, not at all.
Michael, last time I spoke to Scott, he talked about a welterweight tournament. Does a tournament actually intrigue or actually interest you, or does an opponent, a specific opponent, actually interest you?
The tournament thing, you remember when I actually signed to Bellator, it was tournament based. So it was something that I almost was waiting to go into anyway. So if they wanted to put on a tournament, again, like all these other, I know it means a lot to a lot of people, belts, tournaments, this, that. I just enjoyed each moment I step in. I know it seems weird because everyone likes to call out people and do this. I genuinely do not care about anybody else. I just don't, because I can do stuff like that. People can't, like with or without other people's names, they just can't.
And just on that, in terms of other opponents, you know where I'm going with this already. We spoke in the run-up to this about rekindling the fire because you've lost interest in our old friend Paul Semtex Daly.
Who's that? Actually, who's that?
Well, you call him you affectionately refer to him as Paula.
No, the full name, please.
Come on.
I'm not answering your question. I'm not answering your question. Give me your full name, please.
Well, you refer to him as Paula Tampax Day.
That felt good, you know.
But getting back to the question, did you actually clap eyes on him, and did that rekindle the fire?
No. To be fair, I didn't notice him. Again, I'm just out there handling business. But I heard, you know, a few people tell me, like he almost had hearts in his eyes. Like he was there, like, oh my God, like he was mesmerized. You know what I mean? You don't want none of me, man. Come on.
Michael, one fight left on the contract now. You must feel like you've got a good hand, I guess, leading up to the contract.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like that anyway, despite where the contract was, just because I know what I can do. I know what I can do out there, and even that, as much as you know, people can say they really enjoyed that performance, I've got so much more. There's so many moves that I wasn't able to do. You know, there's so many things that if I can, I wish some of you guys can have cameras in our gym. Just every now and again, and see some of the stuff that I come out with, because it's insane. And there is one day you're going to see something out there and just be like, you just wouldn't have believed that I can go to that level. That is nothing to, cause that's 40% of what I can actually put out there, and I'm being genuine.
Michael, you're obviously very confident in your abilities, and you say no one can do what you can do. Is there any fighter on the roster in your division that can trouble you? Is there a style that can trouble you?
There's many people that can trouble me because styles make fights. There's many people that can trouble me, but when I say do what I can do, I mean do what I can do. There's nobody that can do that. Like, I'd give me any name, throw any name out there. There is no one that can do that in the cage. But in terms of troubling me as a style, yeah, I get my ass whooped in the gym. What? But I do that day in, day out. I want to bleed in there, so you'll never see me bleed out here.
One or two more guests.
What about Rory McDonald, mate? Can you call him out?
I'm on the same contract, so when that changes, then I might call him out.
Just lastly, the celebration, right? When did you finally decide that that was going to be it?
I've had it for a while. I had it for a little while. I'm a massive fan, Marvel fan. I know most people would know. Some of you, I don't know if anybody saw my Instagram post just before I walked out. I don't think anybody saw it. So you guys are slacking, man.
We're working, man. We're working.
You guys are slacking. You saw it?
I saw it.
Okay.
I asked the question last time as well. I put it in your head.
But again, it's all these little Marvel things that I was putting in, like dropping little hints that no one picked up. But yeah, dropping little hints, and yeah, walked out to the fight and just delivered it. Obviously, I said it's going to be a mixture. It's very difficult nowadays, man. So many things pop and you know, blowing up the internet, and then the next day something else drops, and the next day so you have to be a bit more a bit tactical. But Marvel is big. I think everyone's getting into Marvel now. So and I was a geek from when I was at a young age, reading magazines and all that. So I've been a Marvel fan for a long time. So that's always a route that I'd always take. But yeah, I had it for a while.
Another amazing night for London shoot fight as well.
Oh man, 3-0.
It's like in the last couple of years, it's definitely been a resurgence. You might be humble about it, but you've definitely been the face of that gym. But now to see other guys come up and get big contracts with Bellator, you know, get on big shows like this, what does it mean to you and the guys?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. Like I genuinely cannot do anything without these guys. Both my coaches are scientists. I'm saying they're mad scientists as well. The reason my style actually works in the cage is because he understands the dangers that my style will leave me in. So he knows how to, you know, tweak those things. And like I said, he's a scientist. He's the kind of person that will be angry at you for your foot being 2 inches to the left and instead of 2 inches to the right. But it kind of, he puts that in us. He makes us more of a perfectionist when we go out there, and he pushes us extremely hard, extremely hard. And like just to see the guys coming through now. Young Norbit coming through, Shipman, the guy, he tried to take my, you know, my time. I still beat him. It's all good. I got 9 seconds. But yeah, he came out there, smashed it, and then Amir as well. He looked comfortable, dropped the guy, got the rear naked choke, and he's just a jiu-jitsu beast. And there's going to be more. There's some of you guys ain't seen the rest of our guys in the gym, and there's some up and coming beasts, and soon we're going to have a whole card of just shoot fighters.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you,
Michael.
Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you.